Hello guys, DJ Doge here. This is my first YouTube video, so I hope I make a good impression. First impressions are everything, you know. And yeah, let's count down the top 10, my top 10 scariest things in video games. Kind of a cliche topic, but whatever. I mean, like, it's my first video, gotta start with something, am I right? Yeah, here we go. I made this list the top 10 things in video games for a reason. I just could not leave this one out of the list. The Necker Hall of Nabudis is an optional area in Final Fantasy XII. The place itself really isn't that bad, but the music was absolutely petrifying to me as a kid. If I wanted to go explore this place, I had to full out mute my 2001 Sony television, so that all I could hear was the white noise from the TV. Looking back on it now, the music isn't even remotely scary. I just had to include it on this list, because of the impact it had on me as a child. Just Cause 3 is a fantastic game. I might be slightly biased on that since it's my first one in the series, but I think it's phenomenal. The game is situated on a country with vast amounts of water surrounding it. This water contains absolutely nothing, but it's just so damn deep. Every time I have to liberate an oil platform and get shot out of the sky and landing into the water, I completely freeze, trying my hardest not to look down into the depths below me, hoping some imaginary shark doesn't jump me. Now, I'm no expert when it comes to Dark Souls 2. In fact, I really suck at it. So when I was exploring Majula for the first time, I didn't know how to react to the three little pigs beside the mansion. At first, I thought they were passive, so I ignored them. But while I was shopping, I heard the door break. I look behind me, and there they are. Then they slowly walk toward me, and I take a few swings at them in fear of death. It does no damage whatsoever. And then they kill me mercilessly, like the three little pigs they are. I know. Red Dead's an extremely overused example for this kind of list, but that's for good reason. Their bone-chilling shriek sends shivers down any gamer's spine. As a prelude to them anxiously watching the Red Dead move closer and closer, leaving them hoping that they won't have to witness Link getting dry humped into oblivion. Let me say this one thing here. I hate jump scares. They're the only thing that can outright terrify me. If I get jump scared, that feeling of terror doesn't leave me until months later. So as you can imagine, when this guy jumped me, I nearly jumped out of my roof. The real kicker out of this guy is that he can get you on any roof in the game, as long as you're at the right objective. I even knew this going in, and he still got me, showing up at the moment I least expected it. This unpredictability adds a feeling of dread and suspense if you know what you're getting into. So I have this fairly common fear. The fear of underwater predators. They're usually faster than you, bigger than you, and stronger than you. The whale shark in World of Warcraft is two of these things. He is exponentially stronger than you at the point you first encounter him, and he is incredibly bigger than you. Its only weakness is its speed. But the reason these guys scare me so much is their silent nature. So I'll just be sitting there in global chat, right? Probably trolling. Then, bam, dead. I turn around, and I get jump scared by the colossal beast who just assassinated me, like Ezio Auditore. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is a fantastic game. I absolutely loved the one-to-one sword system and its art style. It's overall an extremely cheerful game. However, one thing in this game is absolutely terrifying. The Guardians. These statues stand completely still and are completely harmless, unless you get caught by an eyeball thing, run into water, or run out of time. The Guardians then turn into unstoppable forces of death, with the flying ones being able to pass through walls, and the ground ones running insanely fast. My conclusion, in video games, if anything is named Guardian, run the hell away. Do you all remember the SCP Foundation? That one place where you could basically roleplay as a top secret government researcher and post creatures and items with deep backstory and detail, all from the test subject's perspective? Well, they made a game about that. It honestly deserves much more attention than it gets. It's almost like Slender, but with dozens of outright terrifying monsters. The main tormentor out of all of them, however, is named SCP-173. He is a statue that only moves when no one is looking. Thus, a blink mechanic in the game had to be implemented. But when he does move, he moves faster than a bullet, literally snapping your neck in the blink of an eye. Stranded Deep is a survival game where the survivor of a plane crash in the middle of the Pacific. You then have to survive on the islands, fishing and stuff like that. The catch is, there are sharks. Lots and lots of sharks. So since I'm petrified of anything underwater really, I can't go in the water in this game without waiting anxiously for the dramatic shark music to kick in. And when it does, believe me, I just turn tail and run for the shore in my raft. As you can imagine, I didn't make it very far in this game. And now, the number one scariest thing in video games is Shrek. We all know the saying, Shrek is love, Shrek is life, and trust me, no one will know it better than you at 1:30 a.m. tomorrow. Shrek is scary, he has a video game, so he's number one. So, we all know that crazy game that somehow became so popular, it was practically the new Minecraft. Five Nights at Freddy's? Yeah, 3 days, and I kid you not, 3 days before that thing was released, I was having a conversation with my friend about how no horror game ever really scared me. And then 3 days later, the world decides to throw together two of my biggest fears, jump scares and animatronics, and make it the top game. Like, it was insanely popular, and it still is with the new game just coming out. I think this is practically the world's middle finger directed at me. So, yeah. Number one is Freddy, I guess, because he's the main character. Hey guys, DJ Doge back here. So, I know my video isn't that good right now, but I'm sure I'll get better over time. So just keep that in mind when you're commenting, you know? I mean, do it, post whatever you like. Like, I welcome all kinds of criticism and all kinds of feedback. Try to keep it a little bit civil. I know it's the internet, so what can I expect? But still, you know? Well, all things aside, have a great day. Sincerely, have a good day. And that's it. DJ Doge, signing off. Signing out. I'm not done. I'm not done. Signing out. Not off. Bye.